live. Hey, everybody. Sal's here. Kayla's here. Marble Balls.
What's up, everyone?
Chris is cleaning.
I'm done now.
I'm done now.
Just doing that, waiting for you, since you took so long.
Uh-huh.
So what's up?
Remember, this is my podcast, not Roast Kathleen all night.
No, that doesn't matter.
Uh-huh. Welcome, everybody, to the Mentor Series premiere. I thought we'd start with a bad example first.
Just get me out of the way and get me out of the way and move on.
Now, I thought I'd ask for the first mentor to be someone who actually mentored me a bit. Someone who I'm lucky to consider a friend, whether he likes it or not.
Wait, who else is coming on?
What? You're funny. I tried to get Shane. He's on later this week.
I figured. we got Marvel Balls. We got Christopher Sexton. What's going on, everybody?
We got Sal 1.0, Sal 2.0. Ooh. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
And we're not monetized, so swear away. Shane is everywhere. Shane is everywhere, but he's not here tonight.
He might be. He might be just like lurking from the background.
No, I was talking to him earlier. He's busy.
Oh, gotcha.
I know. I keep track of that man.
So,
all right.
Yeah, we.
Anybody?
Oh. Okay.
I know. Maybe we should start where you and I met. Billy's Patreon.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's how we met. I forced my friendship upon you.
That's all right. I think
like, that's...
actually, I think I was at my wife's dad's house when we first started talking on Discord, which is kind of funny. I don't know why I remember that.
Was it the time that I made fun of myself about the spreadsheets, and then someone kind of took offense to that and blocked me?
Who did that?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
Someone had said, let's, you've got to be flexible and stuff. And I made fun of myself, but I'm like, that won't fit in my spreadsheet.
That's pretty funny.
And then you were like, oh, I'd listen to this guy. He's a good dude. And I'm like, oh, no, I know. I'm making fun of my spreadsheet. And the person took offense and blocked me. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Good it wasn't Shane.
No, I don't think he'd block anybody.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's how we met, and then I forced my friendship upon you.
That's all right. You kind of forced your way into our Discord by being the first one there. So.
For months.
Yeah. It was just a lonely wasteland for like 2 months.
I think it was longer than that.
It very well might have been. I have no idea.
I'm so glad I talked you into doing that, though.
Yeah, you know what? That ended up being a fun little idea. That a lot of really good people in there. We're very happy with it so far, and I mean, I'm trying to be a little more active in it, but just by chance, I've been swamped at work, and then when I get home, I have 900 bins to clean every day, so it's just been tough. But I'm trying to be active, but just everybody else in there, even without us active, it's been awesome. Like just seeing everyone shoot the shit and talk about whatever they want. It's great.
And it's nice because it's kind of small at the same time. So it's not like hundreds of people, which is great. But sometimes, like where I'm new, that can be super overwhelming.
Yeah, well, and here's the funny thing. One of the reasons, like I know you told us to do it, but one of the reasons we actually did it, like I started it when you told me to, and then obviously we didn't do anything with it for a while, and you were like, oh, Patreon, make it really cheap, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't really want to make anyone pay for anything. I don't like that idea, but I do like the idea of the Discord and kind of like a smaller community. And I was toying with it, and I made the Discord. But then a couple different people over like a month or so came to me about a different Discord um, that I'm sure everybody can guess what it is. But they came to me and basically just said, I love the Discord. It's great. It's great wealth of information. But I feel a little intimidated to post because sometimes people post in there, and then there's people that just go off about this or off about that, and I don't really want to start any drama and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, that's not cool. Like the whole point of the Discord was just so people could ask what they wanted to, and not feel any kind of pressure or judgment. And I had people tell me that's exactly what they're feeling. So, that's when we were like, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna get it going, and whoever wants to join can join. And if you don't want to join, hey, that's fine too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's intimidating when you see all these big names.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? A lot of these people, be it in Brian Cusco's Discord or I think Gavin from the UK, Balls Hugh, has his own Discord, and there's a bunch of them out there. Obviously, Billy's, and then a few other different people have them. But a lot of these people that join those Discords are also joining because they're fans of those people. So as much as they want to be a part of it, they also don't want to do anything to make themselves look stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty easy to spot the fans sometimes.
And as great as it is that you can be part of that with this person you're a fan of and that you want to support and all this kind of stuff, if you don't feel comfortable asking questions, this wealth of information kind of gets lost. And that's not what I wanted. Like, if anybody ever talked to me, they'd know that it doesn't matter who you are. If you ask me something about snakes, I'm going to talk to you for half an hour minimum, right? Like, I'm just going to
minimum.
Yeah. So I just figured, why the hell not? If we get 3 people, great. If we get no people, no harm, right? Like, it won't matter anyway. So
you get one person for 3 months sitting in there by herself.
Yeah, that didn't do anything or didn't say anything.
It was just you, me, and Nick. What am I going to do? I can just privately messages.
I mean, you could talk to Nick.
Nick doesn't talk. I tried.
Maybe it's because nobody talks to him.
Oh, there's my mission of the day. Everybody, let's all swamp Nick with messages.
Don't do that. He'll be so angry.
Can we throw his phone number out?
No, absolutely not. That's not going to happen. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been really good, and we're very happy with it. Go join.
I like it.
I think everybody in here has joined it, but if you're watching this after and you haven't, message me on Instagram. Jump in.
Yeah, it's a great time. It's small. It's cozy.
Christopher Sexton. So is the Reptile War Discord the super secret information repository? Something like that. Something like that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we all heard the story the other day on the podcast how you guys got back into breeding ball pythons. You had a couple and you were showing spirit. How did you?
You shouldn't say how we got back into it because it was only me before. So
yeah, but I want to know how you got into it the first time, type deal.
Okay, I actually told that on the podcast that I kept getting interrupted with super chats, but I can tell that again. That's no problem. Basically, I turned 18 and I was old enough to do my own adult things because I was obviously a fully functional and responsible person at 18 years old.
Wait, I said repository.
This chat is fantastic. anyway, so basically, yeah, fully functioning and um, all-knowing 18-year-old. I
Mhm.
just went to a pet store. I think I was just wasting time, to be honest with you. Like there was a pet store in a local mall nearby where I used to live, and it had like a Walmart and all that kind of crap. So I think I was just wasting time, and I walked in and they had this tank set up. Whoa, that's important.
Yep.
They had this tank set up, and it was literally like a 10-gallon tank with like one of those sit over mesh lids with a dome light that looked like it must have been 15 years old. And a normal white light bulb in it. No, not a special UV bulb or anything like that. Um, yeah, 10-gallon tank lid, super old dome light, white light bulb, reptile carpet,
Mhm.
one stick, and a green anole.
Oh my God.
And they were selling the
And a
whole
green
kit.
anole.
And they were selling the whole kit for $40. And I
Why
was
is a
like,
green anole?
well, I've always liked lizards. I kind of want a lizard. I did no research on it beforehand. I just gave this guy my $40 and was stoked with my life. Um,
Did
I'll say
that.
this, just like every other time I tell this story, I do not recommend getting any reptile or any pet without research. That was a stupid, stupid thing that I really shouldn't have done. But I did, and it worked out.
Mhm.
Um, but I had one, and I did some research on them after I got them, found out they're communal species, so I got a big arboreal enclosure and set them up properly. And then when I say them, I mean the one and all I had. Um, and then I went out and I got a couple more green anoles. Then I got a couple brown anoles to hang out with them, and then a couple legless lizards. Um, and then I'd say like 7 or 8 lizards, like between the three species, I had like 7 or 8 of them turned into
Mhm.
about 40 in like 4 months. No, 6 months without me buying any.
That sounds familiar.
So they just started laying eggs in the dirt, and I'd most of the time wake up to like this tiny little like brown anole tail and legs sticking out of one of like the big green anole's mouths. I'm just like, oh god, yeah, because I didn't know any better. I just sort of had a lot of them survived, but some of them did not. Um,
No. Hey, you didn't have to feed them that night.
yeah, that was something.
Bad joke. Bad joke.
Um, but after all that, I got a couple other things. Like I still have hedgehogs. I got a couple hedgehogs back then and all that kind of crap. And then I got a pastel male, just a single gene pastel male. I had him in a 20-gallon tank on aspen with a red light. Um, just yeah, garbage, right?
Yeah.
But basically, that just kicked off my love of ball pythons, and back then everything was god awfully expensive if you wanted anything beyond like a bumblebee. Like, and even those were still like $500-600 back then. Like, it was expensive still. Um,
Mhm.
so I kind of just sat on the sidelines and had my one pastel ball python. Then I got a couple like big normals at some reptile expos. I won one in like an auction. She was like a 4,000 gram male, and this is back when females they weren't quite worth $1 a gram, but they were like I think it was like a quarter a gram still. I think she was worth about $1,000 at the time, just for a big normal female. Yeah, and I got her for like $600, and I remember just being stoked, just super super happy. But yeah, I just slowly built up the collection over time. Jeans came down in price and all that kind of stuff, so I ended up with like I want to say like 10 or so grow ups and like 6 or 7 adult females and like 1 or 2 adult males. Um, and yeah, I tried pairing for a while and this and that, and I finally got my first clutch, and I made it all the way through incubation, and then 5 out of 7 of them died coming out of the egg, and the last 2 passed away over the next month.
Yeah.
Um, knowing now what I should have known then before I was breeding, I'm pretty sure I incubated them properly. I think my humidity was just a bit too low, so like they made it, but they didn't really make it. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
eggs looked like
Yeah.
crap by the time they hatched. They were super desiccated. Um, they weren't in good shape. Yeah. So and the worst part is knowing now what I know, I probably could have still saved them. Had I seen those eggs today, I would have known to
Mhm.
cut them early on your day 47 or 48 and just keep making sure that they have distilled warm water in the egg
Mhm.
because the egg has to stay, the inside of the egg has to stay hydrated so the animal can absorb the yolk and all that other fun stuff. So it's very likely that these babies either didn't absorb their yolks or only got part of it or whatever. Because I didn't even know enough to look in the egg for the yolks after, make sure they had absorbed them and all that kind of crap. Um, so yeah, it really sucked. So that was a pretty big dagger. And then the second clutch I had like 5 eggs. 4 went bad at incubation. Um, one pipped, I cut it, and then it died. And for that one, I'm
Mm.
not too sure what happened. I think that might have just been a genetic thing because I'd
Yeah.
improved a lot by that point. But after that, I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. Like, I've seen so many baby snakes die already. I'm just like, I can't. So I kind of slowed down on breeding. I gave up a bunch of my like breeders to a buddy of mine. His name's
Mhm.
Ethan. I've talked to him about him on the podcast before. He's a bigger-ish breeder here in the city I live in. Um, and he had some cool stuff back when most people didn't have recessives. He had VPI xanthics and some clown
Woo.
stuff, like just very cool, right?
Yeah.
So I gave him a bunch of my stuff, and I sold a couple snakes off, and I kept a couple back. Um, one's right here. Her name is not
Not
Snooky.
just kidding. I love that.
And
Not
that's
Snooky.
because oh, Snooky is on the other side.
Snooky.
So how that came about is Snooky got her name back when I got her like 12 years ago because she had really bad wobble, and Jersey Shore was big at the time. So
I was about to say it's on tonight.
I just thought it was really funny, so I named her Snooky. But anyway, so I go through all the thing. I go through all that crap, get rid of all my animals. I kept only a couple snakes, and it was those two. So come the time Sierra and I move in together, fast forward however many years that was, I only had the 2 snakes. And they were basically just known as Snooky and the Fire. But Sierra started referring to them as, oh, is that not Snooky? Right? She's like, oh, I know that one's
Yeah.
Snooky. Is that not Snooky? And it just stuck. So, yeah, she's like 10 years old, and the other one's 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
I still have them. Weirdly enough, this girl here just laid for me for the first time ever this year. And I had paired her probably 2 years back in the day when I was breeding, and then I probably paired her 2 or 3 years since I've been back doing it again. And this is the first time she's given me eggs. And then not Snooky, or Snooky was the same thing, but last year. She had never laid for me before. I had tried to breed her a bunch of times before. I tried to breed her a bunch of times in recent years. Nothing. She dropped me 8 giant eggs. It was awesome. So,
wow.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because a lot of people are like, oh, well, if you don't breed a female by 10 years old, you can't breed her. It's not safe. It's blah, 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 blah. These girls laid for me, no problem. So, yeah, it was.
I can kind of relate to the be like, you name something, but just call it like the Fire. Because we have a few that have names, not many, but I'm like, oh yeah, go grab me the OD. Well, the OD's name is Cupcake.
Nice.
Speaking of that, John, go grab me the male Lev.
Oh.
John's my runner.
That's funny.
So, well, because we just moved and the way the reptile room positioned in the house. It's like in the basement, in the middle of the basement, surrounded by rooms. So the cell signal sucks down there, like the Wi-Fi. So I gotta figure that out, and so I can start doing stuff downstairs.
So instead, you're in front of your Christmas tree that's up way too early.
It's 2020. We need a little love in our life right now.
It doesn't matter what year it is. It's still too early for Christmas. You can have all of December. That's still an entire month. That's a lot.
Listen, I have cross goblins.
Yeah, so that's just more time for them to ask you how soon Christmas is. When you put up a Christmas tree, it just gets the excitement going earlier.
They don't ask me. They ask Google. Oh. The Google Home Mini.
Well, then, the Google Home Mini can answer you. Answer them, too. And you don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so how long ago was that? Like, you said you were 18?
For what?
It's like you're 18 buying normals and breeding them. And
no. So that was when I first got my first, like, couple of Knolls and stuff like that. I want to say I was, like 21 or 22.
And look at you now. Look at you now, Ringer Ward.
Yeah, it's really funny because I've mentioned to Billy a couple times now. Like, as much as it sucks that I got out and all my progress or whatever you want to call it, I lost at the time. Like, my collection was crap. I made every new mistake in the book. So leaving and coming back was actually really beneficial. It probably cost me a little extra money in the end because I had to rebuy some space females for my first couple of years with Nick. My good stuff grew up and all that kind of crap, but
where are you going?
It let us have a lot more of a focused collection. Everything has a purpose. I only have, I think, one female growing up that I don't really know what I'm going to do with, but it's only because I have too many options for her.
I love this snake so much. He's just like, I'm ready to go. Like, he's looking so good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's absolute, like, just as much as snakes don't have personalities, you know what I mean? He's got personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, you are opened. You opened my bin. It is time for me to come out.
I think I finally figured out the secret to my lighting in here. I'm far less shiny and the snakes aren't reflecting like crazy. You know what I did?
No. What?
I took a snake bag and put a snake bag over my light and then turned it up all the way. It's acting as the perfect diffuser. I can't believe it.
Oh my God. I love him so much.
Just crazy snakes.
Like just insane. And anybody wondering, this is actually one of the snakes I got from Chris.
Yes, sir.
One of, and that was not a fun delivery.
No, that was the best delivery. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I sit there 7:53 in the morning. I get a phone call from FedEx saying, "Hey, this is the FedEx in such and such a city, which is 5 hours away from me. I see you chose hold at hub, but we're going to hold at the hub here 5 hours away." Oh, look at that one.
It's the
and I'm like, no, you're not. No. So then I kept asking for more people. I got the head lady. She went and grabbed the package. And I'm like, listen, these snakes need to get to me today. I over-exaggerated the cost of the snakes. I said it was $25K worth of snakes.
It could have been.
And she goes, I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, it couldn't have been because I can't afford that.
She doesn't know you. It very well could have been.
Oh, yeah. But, so I said, you need to get them to me today. And she's like, I've got it on my desk. She's like, what do I need to do? And I'm like, cut it open, lay them all out, give them some air, repack them. She did all that. And then she's like, okay, so they're going on a bus at this time. We bought them a ticket. They're going to sit on the bus. they're going to be behind the driver, and we insured the package for you. And they're like, and they're arriving at 9:30 at night. I'm like, thank you.
That's crazy.
The bus was late though, guys. I'm sitting at 10 o'clock at night hyperventilating in the freaking gas station parking lot waiting for this bus to come.
John's messaging me going, yeah, Kathleen's losing her mind.
I didn't have my phone.
I know.
And I was like, oh my God. Sitting there crying. And then we had planned to do a live unboxing that night with you. Ooh, pretty. So that went out the window. So we're sitting there. It's like 10:30 at night when I get home. I'm video chatting you. I'm trying to cut. I almost cut his head off because he decided as soon as I cut that bag open, whoop. We're sitting there. I'm pretty sure I got tagged twice, but I'm like, that's fine. I know you're alive. We're good. And then we start playing Guess the Snake.
Can't believe you mixed them up.
I don't anymore.
Well, that's good.
No, I know the one that bites me is the Yellow Belly Poss Motley Het Clown. No, but the flaming on her sides has really started to kick in. Like, it's insane. John's hanging out with the lavender now. He's
Nice.
now climbing the tree. Yeah. He's that one steak that, like, I'm out of the bin, let's rock and roll. Absolutely awesome. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I'm drinking a lot, guys, because I'm still sick and I got a sore throat. So I don't die.
At least it's not COVID.
No, Scarlett's test results came in as negative.
I saw that. That's good.
The thing is now the baby's got it, Dean's got it, I've got it, John will get it. So, being a mentor though, or someone who's seasoned, I would assume you're seasoned, you know.
Ish.
All them ringers. All them ringers. You get asked questions a lot from newbies, don't you?
Every day.
What's kind of like your pet peeve question that you get asked?
Oh, it's the same as every other person. Hey, I have a so and so and so. What should I pair to it?
I did that the other day because I was stuck between two.
But if you haven't, hold on. If you go, hey, I have a this, and I can't decide if I should pair it to this or this, that's a much better question than, hey, what should I pair to a... If I have no idea what the fuck you have, and I've never met you before, so I have no idea of the means that you have to buy a snake, I can't answer your question. I can tell you what I'd put to it, but I can almost guarantee it's not what the next guy you ask would put to it. It's not what the last guy you asked would put to it. Like, every single one of us is going to have a different opinion. So if you want to go to a breeder and ask their opinion on a pairing,
make sure you know what the end result is.
Well, make sure you have some options for them to choose from. Otherwise, what should I put to this? I don't know. Something with yellow belly. Why? Because that's what I like. That would be my answer if I didn't have that would be my answer if I didn't have an answer. Oh, better find something with yellow belly because I want to make some yellow belly stuff. Oh, well, yellow belly isn't that great. It blah, 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 blah. Like, then you probably shouldn't have asked me. I'm sorry. Like,
oh, yeah. Or even like when we started getting into breeding, we had this snake, but I needed one piece to make like a super pastel freeway. So we messaged Mutation Creation. We're like, we've got this, and this. What do we need to make super pastel freeways? Like, what's that missing link?
Right.
And that's how I bought that's a little better, I suppose. I love that snake every time we show it.
Yo-yo.
Oh, okay. Kayla has a good question. I don't think I've heard it. She wants to know how you started working for Billy.
You guys don't listen to the podcast, man.
I do.
You gotta listen better.
sometimes the jet fund gets in the way.
Basically, there was a week, like I bought a snake from Billy. That's after, I'm sure you heard the story about how I got back in, decided I wanted to show the wife how to breed and all that kind of stuff. So I met Billy, met him again when I went to a reptile expo. So I found an animal that I don't have with me. He is actually at a friend of ours' place. She's been breeding him. He's a pastel banana butter pinstripe.
Okay.
So not a terrible male, but not recessive or anything, right? So we used him for a couple pairings our first year, but bought that animal from Billy, went to his facility, picked it up, shot the shit with him for a while, went home, bugged him about a couple stupid things. And then one day I saw him post on Facebook, like, hey, looking for help for Saturday. Like, we're a bit short-handed. Like, is anybody looking for something to do on Saturday? He's like, I'll buy lunch, which he always did, pizza. And he's like, I'll give you whatever hours you work in credit towards anything you want to buy. And I was like, well, it's like, I don't really need to buy anything. We already have the male we need for our two females. I was like, but it's pretty cool over there. Like, I just kind of want to stand around and shoot the shit about snakes and clean some snake bins and look at, some cool shit. So I went there the one day, just absolutely killed it. We went through a ton of bins, and that's back when Billy didn't use cocoa. Everything was on paper. So anytime anything had even a small accident, we had to clean it, right? Yeah. So there was constantly just piles of bins to clean. So I went, cleaned the bins. It was all good. And then as I was leaving, he's like, hey, you're coming back next week? And I was like, oh, I thought you just needed help this week. I was like, I don't mind. Like, this was fun. But yeah, I just thought, and he was like, no, I'm looking for somebody to come give me a hand every week. And I was like, well, we'll have to figure something out because we don't really need any more snakes. Look how that fucking turned out. But I was
I'll
like,
take it in credit.
Well, and the thing was, I was just like, well, we'll figure something out. But yeah, I'll come back and give you a hand and whatever. And I went back the next weekend, and then the next weekend after that, and the next weekend after that, and a couple other people left. And that was, it was basically just me for a while. And that's when I was like, hey, Nick, can you come give me a hand for a couple Saturdays? I was like, I'll take your hours credit. And at the end of the day, because we never, I don't want to say never, but we very rarely work a full day. Usually we'd go in at 8:39 and we'd stick around to 2:30, 3:30-ish, depending on how many bins there were and how many people showed up. But it was getting bad. It was getting to 7, 8 hour, 9 hour, 10 hour days cleaning bins. I was like, I just don't want to fucking clean bins for that long, right? So I messaged Nick and I was like, hey, do you want to come with me? We just hang out, shoot the shit, turn the TV on, or whatever. Just help me clean some bins. I'll take your credit and I'll just buy you a bottle of whatever you want at the end of the shift. We'll run over the LCBO. I don't think you have LCBOs where you are, but it's our liquor store. I was like, I'll just buy you a bottle of whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have ANBL.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just buy you a bottle. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And by the end of his first shift there, he was like, I don't think you need to buy me a bottle. And I was like, why not? He's like, because I find this kind of cool. And I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, I kind of want to come back. And he's like, I wouldn't mind holding on to my own credit for today, just in case I ever decide I want one. And I was like, even better. Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Just let me know when you're willing to come back. He's like, well, are you coming back next week? And
so start.
He's doing wonderful, thank you.
We love Nick. We really do.
Nick's the best. But yeah, he was like, "Are you coming back next week?" And I was like, "Yeah." And after a couple weeks of that, he was talking about getting his own snake. We found him a snake. We got him a setup. We did a single bin setup at his place and all this kind of stuff. He got this really funky pastel lesser that I'm pretty sure is Enchi Woma also. She hasn't bred for us yet. Yeah, she hasn't bred for us yet, so I'm not too sure what she is, but we're going to put her to the leopard DG Hepide this year.
Ooh,
Yeah, because
speak of
first
the
of all,
devil.
we'll find out what she is, and then we'll also get a bunch of really cool hats. So win-win.
Yep.
But yeah, it just kind of blossomed from there. At first, we were talking about him using my male for his new female when she's ready, and maybe having some babies and just experiencing it once. And next thing we knew it, we were talking to each other about buying this ARS rack. Actually, I have the original one we bought. This one right here, off of Billy. Because Billy was like, "Yeah, I got it in the collection. I'm gonna sell it because it's a 3 wide, and I have all the 5 wides. It doesn't match mine." And me and Nick looked at each other, and we were like, "Should we get that?" And he was like, "Yeah." Or no, he said that to me. He was like, "Should we get that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we kind of at that moment realized that we had started the Reptile Ward subconsciously, like we had just been sort of
Away we go.
slowly moving that way. And then once we kind of consciously realized that, yeah, everything just exploded. We started investing in some stuff. We had a very slow start. Our first clutch ever was 4 pinstripe het clowns and 1 normal het clown.
That's not bad.
Yeah, just fantastic. My first male breeder back in was a clown male that I got for $50.
Yeah, we paid $150 for our clown. Big 1400 gram, and I don't know what it is.
Crackly audio killing my ears. But I have this. I fixed it.
Sometimes if it hits your shoulder, it'll crackle.
You're crackling.
Am I?
No.
Are we crackling? No.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, thank you. I did my hair myself. Hence why it's 5 different colors. Yeah, it's funny how you go in I'm just going to get a pet, and then you get the next one, and then you get the next one, and then the next thing you know, you're breeding snake.
Yeah, well, it was weird because we were never really considering doing it more than just for fun for a couple clutches a year, and then all of a sudden something just changed. Something just clicked.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we're all in. So we leaned into it about as heavy as we could.
Yeah. I kind of laughed the other day. A friend of mine, she's about to get her first snake. She's been waiting a year doing her research. And I looked at her and I said, before you buy your first snake, before you decide on which one you want, double check and search your soul if you're going to breed it or not. Because if you are, buy a damn female first.
Well, honestly, I tell everybody to buy female first anyway. Because worst case scenario, you just get a cool, bigger snake when it's older.
Well, I was so paranoid because we were starting as lizard breeders when I bought John his first snake. Being nice, happy birthmas. And I'm like, okay, I want a male because I was so scared of getting a female because I know with lizards, they'll still lay eggs, infertile eggs. I'm like, I don't want a female snake. I know they can get egg bound. What if my snake gets egg bound? I can't give them Pitocin like you do a lizard. I'm like, no. Which that snake ended up turning out to be female anyways. But I'm like, nope, we're not getting, no, we're never breeding snakes. Look
How'd that work out for you?
I got 24 snakes in my house.
I have 24 snakes.
In that rack.
Hold on, no. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Up to here is 24. And I got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels above that. So another 21 above it. And then there's another 6 plus 40 plus 5, 51. And then another 20 behind me in this room. Plus there's 6 eggs that we just cut, or 4 eggs that we just cut right here. Oh, and then another 12 hognose right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, we just started in April, so.
That's half. The other half's at Nick's.
We're still going. We're still going. Where am I located?
That's
I am
creepy, Alyssa.
in.
How does she know where I am? Oh, Jesus.
Chris is in his house.
I gotta go.
I'm in a lovely place called New Brunswick, Canada. It's where all the rednecks are.
Apparently you're in Maine.
No, but yeah, I'm in Maine. Okay, so Cusco said last night. It was a Cusco that said last night I was in Maine and like winked. Something like I can't
Is that
remember.
because Maine is very close to you? Is that the state that's near you?
Yeah, we were talking about importing and exporting and stuff, kind of like shooting the shit type deal. And I'm like, it just sucks because I'm 5 minutes away from the border. 5 minutes away. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're in Maine, right?
That's really funny.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Maine adjacent, Duran. That's right, I'm Maine adjacent. Dave did not show up yet, and Dave better not show up. Ooh, look at that headstand.
Pastel, Enchi Clown, Hepide female.
Ooh.
This is from Mr. Cusco himself.
So, if somebody came to you and said, hey, look, I want to get into breeding. I don't know too much yet. I'm trying to learn. Like, what should I do first? What are you going to tell them?
Buy all the snakes I have available.
After that.
No, the first thing I would do is tell them to take a good long chunk of time and do a lot of research and decide what they want to focus on. Because I find a lot of people get a couple snakes and then go, ooh, I should figure this out now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like most people are like 5 to 8, 10 snakes. Oh, I should focus a little bit. So I tell anybody, listen, give yourself some time. The snakes aren't fucking going anywhere. This hobby's been here for this long. In the next 2 months, it's not going to be any different. Mark's the best. That was pretty good. Sorry. Yeah, I would just tell them, listen.
So good. Duran. Oh, God. I love my friends.
It's pretty good. That was pretty funny.
Between Duran and Mark. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I get him on here for the mentor series?
Yeah. He'd be a very good mentor.
What not to do. But yeah, okay. So people get 5 to 10 snakes in. Let's finish that sentence.
Yeah. So no, most people get like 5 to 10 snakes in and then go, oh shit, my collection isn't set up all that well. I should refocus. And then they sell a couple and then they buy a couple. You know what I mean? And they kind of structure their collection at that point. It's usually once they have a few and then go, oops, that they'll start to restructure. And you know what? The lucky ones, sometimes, at least the way that their collection's made, they can at least use what they already have and just buy other pieces to make it work. So you have your 5 to 10 snakes. You might be able to keep all of them. You might be able to keep your whole collection and kind of make your own base that way. And you can build off of it. But most people end up having a couple extra males they have to sell. And, you know, they have a couple females that, like, they have no use for. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, why did I buy these 3 60-gram females? No, the best is when they're like, oh, I got these 3 normal females. You're like, oh, cool. Like, how much do they weigh? How many eggs do they lay? And they're like, no, they're like 110 grams. And you're like, why? Like, you can, for the most part, you keep your eyes open long enough, you can get a single gene of a lot of morphs for the same price you're going to get a normal. Because most people just want to get rid of them. If you have somebody that has a spider or a lesser or a pastel, lots of stuff like that, womas, and even stuff like fire, usually not yellow belly, but sometimes. Yeah, you know what? You can usually pick up a female single gene for, $40 to $60. If you look on your local, whatever you want to call it, they have Craigslist. We have, I don't know if you have Kijiji up there, but
yeah, we have Kijiji. That's Canada wide.
Oh, I didn't know that. That works out. So yeah, my biggest suggestion would be to sit back, figure out what you want, or at least what you want to work towards, and then buy pieces for it. And make sure you understand how to get to your goals before you start buying pieces for it. So if your end goal is a 3-gene double recessive, don't go buy yourself a single gene fire and a single gene spot nose, because those are 2 of the 10 pieces you need. Hold on until you can find a spot nose het hypo pus het clown, a fire hypo het clown, something like that, right? It only makes sense to know where you're going before you start going there. So
yeah, we were 3 snakes in, and I looked and I'm like, okay, I know I need like the asphalt. If we're this far in and we're just going to keep buying snakes, I may as well breed them, charge them rent, pay for their rats. So that's how it started. And then we did the bad thing that, okay, we're looking at people's availability list. What's that gene? Let me put it in World of Ball Python and compare it to everything in my collection.
Sorry, I apologize. The chair I'm using is the most uncomfortable thing on the planet. It's like metal and it's hard. But
we kind of took that thing that make what you like to heart. So that's why we're like, okay, a pastel mystic. Let's put that in the World of Ball Python calculator to this male that we have. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to get her. Because a lot of my plans is buy as many genes as I can and start making asphalts and yellow bellies and then shoving them together to make freeways. That's a lot of my freeway plans.
Whoop, there we go.
And then we started, as we're getting into it and starting reaching out into like the big community and starting to see actual projects, and then finding out other snakes were other genders, and then having to we've revamped our collection like 3 times, like changed directions.
Yeah.
Since April. But I'm like, whatever, I can make everything work, It's 24 snakes. First real pairing last night. We're still waiting for them. God love that poor Mojave asphalt. He's so short compared to that ivory, and he's trying so hard.
Oh, it's going to be funny when I start putting that leopard ODYB pastel het clown male in with females, because I'm going to be doing it early. Like, I feel bad, but at the same time, like, I need that boy to breed because I need to see the stuff he's going to make. So I feel bad because some of the stuff he's going to is going to be like 4,000 grams, and this poor dude's going to be like 550. So he's just going to look like he was just hatched next to these massive, massive females.
Oh yeah, like I kind of giggled earlier because I went down because I had to do something and I gave a peek, and he was up by her head. They're all intertwined, right? Mm-hmm. Well, she's like almost triple the size he is in length, and he's like rubbing up against her, but it's like her belly.
That's
not
funny.
Even anywhere near the tail. I'm like, you're trying, buddy. I wish I could just like move you down a little bit.
Come on, stop moving. There we go.
Oh, love that.
Leopard spider, double het clown pied, 50% het hypo.
Love that.
Yeah, that's sister to your boy.
Mark, tell him not to feel bad. I like bigger girls too. Oh, dear God. I don't know what's better.
Where did he say that?
It takes a second to pop up.
Okie dokie.
Oh, God, because I was talking about the Mojave asphalt. Yeah, he's going to town this year. I really wish I had have looked into more how many females you compare to males, because we're kind of even, which is not too bad this year, but next year's going to suck. I need more females.
That's all you got to do. You just got to build up your females.
Well, I mean, we've got a couple pairings this year that should produce us a nice female holdback. We know that we have to try to make the pieces to make the pieces.
Fair enough.
Oh, love that snake. John, do you want to go grab me Drac? Do you know which one Dracula is?
Did you just call him Jacula?
Uh-huh. Remember that I had the photo shoot with him and he started in a ball in the little coffin and then he rose from the dead.
Oh, okay.
And then proceeded to tag me. So I'm like, yeah, you're Dracula.
It sounds like you deserved it, so.
I was trying to be artistic, take some nice pictures. Okay, I got to go play Among Us. Oh, dear God. Haven't played that game yet. No, I think, I've lost track of what I was talking about. I'm tired.
You have as many males as females. You're going to make your own females to hold back.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. We're pretty much, if it does not have hemipenes this year, I can't talk today. It's staying with us. No, the lesser leopard. I don't want him.
This dude's in shed, but
Oof.
This is
I love a good
pastel clown, obviously. 100% het lavender.
Yep.
50% het pied. So that thing could possibly be a holy grail maker.
So if my clown turns out female and I pair it to that pied het lav, I know where I'm sending an offspring.
I would have to prove him out first because he's only 50%. But the good thing about him is we have her.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
You ever see a dream skull?
Not in person.
No? Well, I could show you 4 right now.
We're hoping. That's the goal. I absolutely adore this guy.
This girl, who I'm pretty sure is actually a pastel dream, but I can't be sure yet.
Yeah.
She's a lot brighter.
And he's going in the shed. Don't mind the pink belly. He's going in the shed. This is another one I got from Chris. And he's a vocal boy, too.
Yeah, his entire clutch was very hissy.
You've had some vocal babies this year.
I don't know what it is. But, hey, you know what? They all eat and they all shit and they all grow. So, let them be a vocal. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, I'm trying to go.
Oh, they're telling me to stop. You can't do that.
Chris flexing hard.
Hold on. Another one. There's another one here. This is my giant dream skull breeder male. He's in a 10 series tub because he's being a dick and won't eat anywhere else. So
yeah, I remember you saying that on Morse Mixology's podcast.
Yep.
Do whatever you can to get them to eat.
You got it. So this girl?
John.
Ooh.
Yes, I hear you. You go back.
She might not be. Oh, there it is. This girl is a black pastel, bumblebee, lavender, 50% het pied.
That's awesome.
What else do I got for the dream stuff?
Man, I will poop myself if one of those lavenders I have prove it to be het pied.
Mark says, pull out that stranger. Dude, it just hatched like 2 weeks ago. It hasn't even had its 3rd meal yet. We haven't picked it up, buddy. Sorry, I would love to show it off.
Mark and I were talking about Stranger last night.
You guys were talking about strangers. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, just Mahogany and Stranger. I don't think they're the same thing. I think they're allelic, but I don't think they're the same. Ooh, love that.
Do you see the alien heads barely on her sides there?
Mm-hmm.
This is the girl I was actually telling you about. She just had 1,000 grams after just growing like shit for a year.
Yeah.
Eats like a beast, just doesn't grow.
Oh, yeah.
She is a Mystic Crystal, Hidden Gene Woma Yellow Belly.
Yes, I remember you showing her before when I said I had a Mystic Crystal.
Yeah, she doesn't look anything like normal Mystic Crystals.
Man, even my Mystic Crystal went from like really pale to like dark. I don't know if she's like, it's because of the building. Like she almost changed colors.
Yeah, no, they do change color. She thinks Wookiee isn't a thing. That's funny.
I'm not convinced until I see a super form and then they breed the super form out. I'm not convinced it's its own gene.
Oh no, Wookiee is for sure a gene. They've already proven it. I just don't think in those clowns it's doing much of anything. I think that Wookiee clown combos could be a huge thing, but I think that particular clutch was a terrible clutch to show off Wookiee because 95% of what was happening with those animals was building off the Mojave GHI base in the clown. If the Mojave GHI wasn't there, those animals wouldn't have even looked close.
No, I didn't even watch the video. I looked at the pictures.
I watched the video. I think the animals look outstanding. They look amazing, but I don't think it's from the
movie. Yeah. I'm not convinced it's a huge, big genes thing. I don't know. But I'm also new and don't know crap from crap.
Oh, here's another one. Hold on.
I'm still learning.
Lavender hepide female, 1,000 grams.
Oof, oof. You know my address.
Nice and big. What else?
I can't wait to build up my lavender army.
Actually, she is for sale.
Yeah, no, I'm poor. I can't wait to build up my lavender army so much, like, with more stuff. We're going to try to get some, like, mystic lavenders going. And some, I think John wants to do Suma Dreamsicles, which...
This is sister to your boy. So this is a lab female.
Okay. Oh, she's pretty too.
Yeah, she's really nice. She's a good like equal white and pattern pied. Nice 50-50.
Yeah.
So maybe like 60-40 white, but that's fine. I lots of patterns still, so.
Yeah, he's got some wicked orange, like right where the pied meets the like the regular pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It's like flaming orange.
Sorry, guys.
What's my darkest snake?
Fuck.
John's like, or even our mahoganies aren't that dark. What's your darkest snake?
This is definitely not my darkest.
No.
This is my banana ODYB Enchi pied.
Yeah. Ooh. That's nice.
And he's just about to shed. Like, he's going to shed tonight, too. So that's how bright he is in shed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my darkest snake normally, I'd have to say it's my single gene asphalt from Billy.
Really?
It's, like, dark. Like, but, I mean, we have a lot of stuff with, like, pastel in it, OD in it, lesser, you know.
Oh, yeah.
All that good stuff. So I mean, technically that one from you that's for Scarlet is the darkest at the second, but he's also in shed. Oh, John, there's the super GHI. I need one. John in the background. I need one.
Look at those freckles. Aren't they cool?
I know.
I didn't even know.
See, I don't mind freckles in that. I don't mind freckles in that.
I love them.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite snakes I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
I love this girl.
I need to see that in person. I'm coming after COVID. Done. I can't
That
wait for my
needs.
first one.
Mark said that needs hypo. It's gonna need clown first. Sorry, buddy.
Actually, I do think hypo would look awesome in that.
Oh, 100%. Most GHI combos with hypo look phenomenal. So I wouldn't doubt it, but that's not the direction she's going anytime soon.
I kind of feel bad for hypo because hypo's been put on the back burner because of DG and enhancer. And
Well,
I'm like,
hypo just sort of got forgotten about.
I'm bringing it back. Oof, love that. Look at that head stamp on him.
I told you, it's just nuts. Just look at the color on it.
Well, no, I told you, it looks like a donut. Like, because
So
it's got the circle with the...
Yeah, look at the color on him. And this is an adult, keep in mind, guys. So this is when a ball python should look its worst, and it's in shed. Like,
and that's the one you bought with Billy.
yes.
Oh, I need friends like Billy in my life.
Well, this one was funny because we were actually competing against each other in an auction. We just
why
were
don't
like,
we
hey,
work
let's
together?
not. Yeah, we were like, why don't we not waste our money bidding against each other and just split it?
Yeah, that's gonna be wicked.
As for Darkest Snake, I think it's the girl that I had to save. This is a sister of your Yellow Belly. This is the one that I'm almost positive is Yellow Belly Motley.
Yeah.
But she's really, really dark.
Yeah.
Really cool belly.
Mine's not that dark.
No, I'm almost positive yours is just Yellow Belly, but still, that means she's a Yellow Belly head clown. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, I can't wait to put her to the lesser leopard head clown.
Oh, don't.
That'll be nice little clowns. I think speaking of clowns and stuff, I think that's another thing. Like, if we had to restart over again completely, knowing what we know now, I just go straight up for the visuals. The recessives, straight up from them from the get go. And I think I'd switch from buying all of them in male to all of them in female.
Yeah, it does not hurt, and I tell people this a lot of the time too. If you're gonna invest, like if you're planning to invest a bunch of money later, but you're just getting your feet under you now, because that's what a lot of people do. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a couple things now. I'm gonna wait till I have some babies. I'm gonna take the money from the babies, and then I'm gonna buy some better stuff." That's how most people think, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's worked for a lot of people, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I would suggest is, instead of buying that $100 pinstripe from that guy, instead of buying that $150 adult female fire from Kijiji or Craigslist, put that money aside, get $200-300 together, $400, whatever.
Yep.
Go make your first female a visual pied hatchling. Go make your second female a visual clown hatchling. Start growing them up now.
Yep.
Obviously, you can pick up those other pieces as you go, but having that one, those two, maybe even three visual recessives growing up means that if you end up finding a really cool, powerful, like 2 or 3 gene codon male, you have something to put it to, make your own heads right away.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
We took that whole powerhouse thing, make your males the powerhouse, and we applied that to the visuals. And I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have made my females the visuals.
It definitely doesn't. What is what? Aurora said, "What is that? Was that the one that I was just holding?" Yeah, it does not, like, I'd always say power in the males, but having a single gene visual, like right behind me, clown female, giant clown female, adult breeder, giant pied female, adult breeder, blade clown female breeder, pastel clown breeder. Like, maybe they're not the craziest thing genetically, but they're still visual clown females. The amount of stuff I can do with a visual clown right now is insane. Like, I can turn one of these snakes into $5,000 clutch pretty easily because I did the right things with my males, right?
Yep.
But I've also been growing a lot of these up. Sure, I could have went out and spent $1,500 and bought a breeder, clown or pied or whatever. That doesn't make sense. I have room to grow them up. I'll grow them up. It's going to cost me maybe $300 in rats for their entire life.
Yep.
Or until they get to breeding size at least. And then, I have the males I can put to them, and you can do crazy things. Like I got a shit clutch this year. It was my leopard pastel Leicester clown male. This dude right here.
Love it.
Yeah, he's nice. He's a little faded out. He did not age super well, but come on, dude. I just put him to a clown. She was a big clown. All I got was 5 eggs. 5 eggs from a 3-gene clown male to a single gene clown female. I got 2 lesser clowns, a pastel lesser clown, and a leopard lesser clown. So I didn't hit a single 3-gene, and I'm pretty sure I had 3 males and 2 females. I still made like $4,000 off that clutch, and I did bad on that clutch. Like I got bad odds on that clutch. I didn't get to hold anything back from it. Had I got good odds, had I hit a female version of him, I would have had a holdback and probably still had $2,500 to $3,000 in my pocket from the babies I did sell. Or even if I just had a leopard clown combo female at all, like anything, but I didn't get lucky enough too. So it, like, having those single gene adults, you can never have enough of them. When I see people putting their adults up for like $1,000, $1,100, like, oh my god! Like, I get that you can have stronger females. I have like pastel yellow belly clowns behind me. I have butter cine clown here. I have you saw the dream skull females I have. Pastel leopard clown female right here. What else do I have? Shit, fire clown. The 3 from Costco pastel clown hip hides. I'm never gonna get rid of my single gene clowns, or if I do, it's gonna be years from now when 10 or more of these are giving me 10 egg clutches each, right? Like, you can't have enough eggs from visual females. You just can't.
Yeah. And kind of what screwed us up a little bit too is we have like his collection, my collection, and then our collection. And our collection is like any genes we're sharing, like the pied. So I'm like, if we're getting a pied, I'm getting a male, so we're not fighting over it. But then guess what? Our collection is pretty much all males. So I wish we had done things like, where were people when I decided to do this? Bad advice.
How many of the snakes I sent you were male? 4?
Male. 1, 2.
Yeah, 4, right?
3. Nope, 5.
Oh.
The pastel leopard, the pied, the possible triple het, the leopard luster, and then Scarlet's little guy.
What pastel luster?
Or not pastel luster. Oh my god, the luster leopard. I'm tired.
You said lesser leopard, but you said pastel luster too.
No, hold on. The pastel lavender. Pastel lavender.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he's wicked. I can't wait to pair him to the pastel het lav. Make some more visuals. Hold them back. The female's going to the pied. May as well start some visual lavender het pieds. Hold them back. Love that. You missed it last night. I was showing off my OD, and Merc said I was coming for your ringer crown.
Who did?
Mark.
Oh.
That OD Cinienci thing that I have with the it looks low white pied almost. Because the ringer's so massive on it. That's my powerhouse. He's once he's big enough to go to a lot more, he's going to a lot more. Get him into a yellow belly and asphalt and all that good stuff. I love that ringer.
Yeah, this thing's crazy.
Yeah, if I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have even bought. I would have bought like one male this year and then just everything female.
That's okay though.
I mean, we lucked out that we were able to get some really cool females that were proven breeders, like the Mystic Crystal.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't even really. John bought it because I had the Pastel Mystic and he wanted to make Banana Mystic. So he's like, well, I'm going to get a female. And we didn't even really know the magic of special at that time. So then I realized the magic of Mystic Crystal being allelic and special. I think it was you that told me. And I'm like, you're not putting a single gene banana to that? Nope.
What did you put into it?
I'm going to put the OD Sinienchi to it. It's either fire or vanilla.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, so that'll make minimum 2 gene animals.
Yeah,
and
double super. Like dad and mom are, well, they're not super, but act like supers. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll make some nice female holdbacks. You know, John wants to get Mystic into the mahogany lines because they're called, Black Sabbath? I think they're called, John.
I have no idea. I hate the names of stuff.
Yeah, but they're actually...
everything was just called what it was, though.
They're actually really cool looking, though.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that they're cool looking. I just don't like the names of them. I don't like people that are like, oh, this is a Butterfree, and this is a fucking tomato. Like, just call it the fucking genes it is. I don't like that stuff.
No, I joke that if I make a world's first, I'm just going to call it the Melusine, but I mean, that's the name of our business. So, but yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
What? I was going to say we want to do that pairing to get Mystic into the mahogany, but then get OD into there as well. Oh. Hopefully hit some OD Mystics and hold them back and get that into the mahogany stuff. I think OD will go nice with it.
Oh, for sure. If I could turn this camera around, I don't think StreamYard gives me the option, but I would show you the clutch that we just cut. 4 eggs, 4 specials, like special combos. I'm very excited.
Oh, is that your YouTube video?
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
so there's nothing to hide.
I was going to say a thing. Speaking of that, guess who's launching YouTube tomorrow?
You.
Aren't you loading it tomorrow, your video?
Maybe.
Oh, well, in the next couple days.
Whenever I get around to it. Probably tomorrow, but I can't make any promises.
I was going to say, I already launched YouTube.
Sucks. Like, it's so bad. My iPhone picked up a fan in the other room, and it's so fucking loud, so I had to learn how to edit audio and video today. Neither of which I am good at, I found out. But, I think I made it at least workable-ish.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
What made you finally decide to make the jump to YouTube?
We've been talking about doing it all year, literally since our first clutch this year. And we keep going, we'll get to it. Because the plan this year had always been to kind of renovate Nick's place. And then when he was done, we'd kind of take whatever he didn't need at his place, bring it here, and we were going to do a revamp here. And with that revamp was going to come sort of like a YouTube space based on how we relayed out this whole room. As you can see, this is not super intrinsic to being very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's not very camera friendly.
Cinematic.
Yeah, it just like, it looks like a snake room. Don't get me wrong. There's an incubator. There's a snake rack. There's another snake rack. But it's not great. Like, it doesn't make for a good background. The walls are a shady color, and I didn't like it. So we kept putting it off. And finally I was like, you know what? I don't want to get to the point where by the time we're posting stuff, everything's so far, like, so ridiculous. Everybody's going, oh, who the fuck are these guys? Who the fuck do they think they are? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be that person. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
What's the harm in showing kind of where we came from? Because obviously we have a lot of big plans, but having a couple videos of back in the room where we had the rats that were fucking chewing on the water bottle while we were fucking doing videos, and
Oh,
fucking
gross.
cats jumping on fucking tables. Like, it's what
Yeah.
we do. Like, we've been doing lives like this for basically the whole year. This is what people know us for. What the fuck
Mhm.
ever. We might as well just go for it. We might as well just, you know what I mean, do it, get it out there.
Yep.
Because that also gives us sort of something to look back on. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if I'm going to have my same phone in 2-3 years where I'm going to have access to those videos and those pictures and all that kind of stuff, right? If we have it up on YouTube, we have kind of a chronology. So
Mhm. Yeah.
we basically missed our whole year, right? This is our last clutch. So it was actually a really bad time to start our YouTube because I'm going to have very little content. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to do it. So
I don't know. Sal kind of put it into my head that we should start because we're starting from the ground up.
mm-hmm.
We're going into first season. We're trying to make a logo. So I think I'll document that. I don't know if that's like the way I want to go. I like doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working out the name for podcast. I'm still working out how to not have awkward silences and that stuff. But it's not even that I really care how many people follow us or anything like that. I don't care if I get monetized. I just want people to know who I am enough that I can get people to come on and talk about snakes.
That's fair. And you know what? The added bonus of YouTube is you get your name a little more out there. But it lets people kind of get to know you, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of people get a little concerned about buying from people they don't know, random people they come across on Morph Market, all that kind of stuff. If I were to come across a page called like Joe Blow's Reptiles on Morph Market, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of weird. I'm going to ask around to a bunch of people. And if nobody knows them, I'm probably not going to buy the snake and all that kind of crap, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you watch Buddy on YouTube, and he has a whole channel called Joe Blows Reptiles, and he shows you his snakes and he shows you his enclosures, and you know everything's clean and you know it's well taken care of, and he makes quality animals and all that kind of crap. If you see that animal on YouTube at that point, or on Morph Market at that point, you go, "Oh shit, that's from that guy." Like, I know that this person is somebody that I can trust, even if, you know, not 100% of the time that's true. I'm sure there's some really shitty people on YouTube, but it lets people at least feel that sort of connection to you that otherwise they wouldn't have.
Oh, yeah. Like, we
And
don't have anything. Like, we don't have a logo yet. Like,
mm-hmm,
people don't know me from a hole in the ground.
mm-hmm.
Hopefully someday. Like, this is the closest I've got to branding right now.
Yeah, and our big thing right now is trying to branch off from Billy, and what I mean by that isn't that we don't appreciate Billy for everything he's done. Obviously, we always will. Billy's been a massive part of how far we've come and our success so far and all that kind of stuff. But I almost feel like a lot of people that don't know us directly kind of think of us as like, it's hard to say,
the
but I
guys who
feel
work
like
for Billy.
yes, but I feel like they kind of combine our stuff with Billy's stuff. They think it's all the same. You know what I mean? They go, like, I have
Yeah.
a lot of people turn to me and go, "Oh, we just bought a snake off you guys." Like, you got, like, that's not mine.
No.
I'm thrilled for Billy. He made a sale. That's great. Like, obviously we
Yep.
want everybody to do well, but I didn't make a dime off that. That's not mine. I'm very happy for Billy, but it didn't do shit for me. I want people to know the Reptile Award is its own thing. That we plan to stay our own thing. You know, we might have some collabs with Billy, have some breeding loans and some snakes that we share now. Mostly because neither one of us wanted to spend a god awful amount of money on the males that we wanted to buy. But we got to work on kind of making our own identity so people can kind of establish us as our own entity. And I feel like the podcast actually hasn't helped us much, because I feel like all that's doing is giving the impression more that I'm just part of that. So I love being part of the podcast. I think it's super fun. But I think that we really need to kind of establish ourselves. So that was another big factor in making this shitty first YouTube video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, until I got to know you guys, I didn't even know Nick existed.
Well, and that's the funny thing.
I love Nick so much.
He jokes all the time about being the silent partner. He thinks it's hilarious. I don't know why. He does like to talk about this stuff and all that kind of stuff, but like he's just not as inclined to do lives like this and like interviews, stuff like that, right? But we did a podcast for a local guy here that we know through a friend, and I sat back for most of it. Nick just did the whole thing basically. It was great. Like, Nick can talk. He just sort of chooses not to.
Yeah. I love this thing so darn much. Like, look at that ringer. It is wicked. I mean, it's not up to your quality, but I mean,
that's pretty darn nice.
It's so orange, though. Like,
that's the Cine Enchi in the OD. Cine Enchi is allelic, and it makes an incredibly orange snake as it is. And then you added OD on top. Then you added fire or vanilla on top. Like, you had a recipe for quite an orange snake. So
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Got a piece of stuff on him here. Somebody was playing in the cuckoo.
Nice.
He's absolutely awesome. I love him. I cannot wait. Like, I mean, he's not super huge yet, so I'll pair him to one at a time right now. Get his feet wet. But, oh yeah, he'll make some, he's like, I'm done, woman. But he balls up funny, too. Like, usually they ball up and wrap their heads. He balls up and leaves his head on top.
That's funny.
So he looks like the icing on a cupcake. So we named him Cupcake. So it's hard to show him, but I really love this guy. Here, you want to take him back? He's like, I'm done with this.
Ah, fuck.
And just got hissed at a little bit. He's great. I love him. One of my favorite, absolutely, like, for something so simple as, like, OD and Sydney and NC, he's so pretty. Oh, that's pretty, too.
Fire Clown? Sorry, Fire Clown?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he'll prove out fire. I'm hoping with a ringer that big. So we'll see. We're gonna hopefully, if the banana mahogany isn't ready to go.
Love you.
Hi, Sierra.
What's up? Oh, okay.
She asking when you're done yet?
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
no.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, shout out to Sierra. She makes really cool cross stitches. What is it? The salty stitcher?
Yeah, the salty stitcher.
Stitcher on Instagram.
Go buy stuff for my wife. Okay, she's coming because we mentioned her stuff.
Yay!
This is Kathleen. Say hi to Kathleen.
Hi.
Hi. She's like, who are you?
Basically, that was that look.
Yeah.
What?
She was like, she was thinking, who are you? I was like, yeah, that's what that look was.
I am also one of the cats.
Just up here.
One of the cats.
Somehow you're on the table.
Just jump on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would.
Love you, babe.
Love you. That's
That's
funny.
great. I need her to make me something for the reptile room.
You should.
I really do.
It's really awesome. A buddy of mine just picked up 2 today, actually. Just yeah, they're really fun. But I'm gonna have to wrap this up here because I do have to get ready to head into work shortly.
Yeah.
When I say shortly, I mean like an hour, but I do need to eat and stuff before that. So
Yeah, I mean we're at an hour. We'll give it 5 more minutes that way if anybody has a question.
I'm totally fine with 5-10 more minutes. But where are the cats? I don't know. I had all of them, and right before we went live, Rem almost came up to join us, but they decided that they don't want to be a part of this one, I guess. So
They sensed I'm not a cat person.
oh, there's Rem.
They sensed. I mean, I have a cat, but I like dog.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, the big Maine Coon.
This is Rem. Oh, they've seen her. She gets involved in everything.
She's famous. She's famous.
She has the fluffiest tail. It's so funny. Oh, she's gonna be right in the shot soon.
Yeah, she's gonna leave.
That's when isn't she in the shot in a video? It's not a Reptile Ward cameo.
Yeah. Oh, is she laying down? Yeah, she's laying down.
Yeah, she's table cat now. You're welcome.
Somewhere.
You're gonna have ears at the bottom of this frame for the rest of the video, so
that's fine. We're not fancy over here.
These little ear tufts just sticking up.
Yeah.
She's something.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. DNA Balls sent me this shirt. They're awesome. Go give them a follow.
Yeah, I only have one snake shirt. It's Dynamite Pythons, but I love her logo. What?
I said I gotta get her to send me a shirt.
I'll hook it up.
Sweet.
She's great. Love her. She's super young, but she's been doing it since she's a teenager. And it's like her parents support it, and they just let her run with it. She's great.
That's pretty awesome.
I love it. I love when parents will encourage their kids.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we encourage.
Especially for this hobby, though. It's a big thing in this hobby because a lot of parents are very, against reptiles, and most people's moms don't like snakes, and you know what I mean? All that kind of fun stuff. So, to have somebody whose parents are just fully supportive, my mom couldn't give a shit about what I do. She's like, you still do that snake stuff? Ugh.
I think that's another reason why we went so full hog into it is because Scarlett showed so much interest into reptiles. Meanwhile, my 2-year-old doesn't give a flying poop. He's just whatever. What is this thing? I don't care.
Mark, the Stranger Mahogany stuff, whether it proves to be the same or not, I think it's going to become even bigger than it is right now, especially with the price of both starting to come down. I know Stranger's obviously still up there, and Mahogany is lower, but I think both are people have just barely glazed the surface of what can be done with that kind of stuff. And I think, especially this year coming up, we're going to see some unbelievable stuff just based on the few things I've seen that weren't really posted anywhere in public. There's some nutty stuff coming.
Oh yeah.
I need to buy some Mahogany. I know I got the Stranger, but we'll probably pick up some Mahogany animals anyway, just because Mahogany is awesome. So.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to lend you that Mahogany Lesser HRA I have when she's ready.
Do it.
I will. I'm going to have to do it while John's working, but I'll do it.
I mean, saying it out loud is not a good way to do it secretly.
He's outside or down in the steak room. Or down in the steak room, waiting for my next, which one do you want now?
That's funny.
I can't wait to have it set up so I can actually do stuff down in there like this. So it's not like, John, go get me this. John, go get me that. John, go get me that. I'll go Mahogany unless you want to buy my kidney. Even Mahogany is pricey.
Oh, it is? Yeah. So it's funny because a lot of people have been like, oh, I can't believe you're buying Stranger. It's going to be a waste of money. It's obviously the same, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I did some quick numbers. I don't even care if it's the same. Realistically, mahogany clowns are still worth a freaking fortune.
Yeah.
Like,
have
they're
you
not
have
cheap.
you seen that mahogany luster female we have?
I don't think so.
John just rolled his eyes at me. Run quick.
You don't have to show
John
it now.
He's already on the way. And he burped.
Nice.
But yeah, like even if I can get that banana mahogany male up to 300 grams by the fall, I'm going to be pairing him too. So
by the fall?
Well, she's going to be ready to lay by the fall, but you know what I mean.
How big is it now?
He's not very big.
My leopard ODYB pastel het clown male hatched in late July, and he's almost ready to breed.
Yeah, we've struggled with him. He was that one who gave me a run for my money. We have a hard time getting him to eat.
I gotcha.
I don't know if it's the spot nose in him, but every time we're offering him food, he misses and he misses and he misses. And until he's like, okay, I'm done. So then we started
types, you just got to drop feed though. Just drop it in.
Yeah, we tried that, and then he just ignores it. So then we started kind of boop with him, boop the rat to his mouth, and he'll latch onto it and rap, and then when he goes to right himself, he forgets about it.
That's awesome.
I'm like, Jamie, is the damn thing blind?
Jamie asked, is my wife into the snakes along with me, or does she just tolerate your hobby? She's in between that. So she's interested, and she has a couple snakes that are hers that she's named. So I have one up here named Bianca. I have one over here named Mango.
So she's in blue a little bit. Oh, yeah. But her eyes are a little in blue.
Oh, she's awesome looking.
Yeah, so if she looks like this now, wait till you see her when she's not in blue.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But sorry, I didn't finish answering that question. Yeah, she is a little more than tolerating of it. She's interested in it, and she's even supportive enough that if we're buying an animal and we're a little low on cash, she'll float me some money because she knows that I'll pay her back, obviously. She's very supportive, and she believes in what we're doing. But she won't come in here on her own and clean snake bins or feed, right? She'll come clean bins if I ask her for a hand and I'm really behind. But she won't enjoy doing it. She'll come in here with a drink and blast music and just try to power through it. She's not going to sit here like I will and open a bin and be like, oh my God, you look so good. And talk to the snake and hang out with it. She doesn't care about that kind of stuff.
I don't even do that too much. And I'm home and I have the snakes. During the day, I can't make it to the snake room.
That's funny.
Not with all three kids. No. So as soon as the kids are in bed, it's snake time. All right. Fair. I said 5 minutes. We've been 10.
It's all good. We'll schedule another one of these after you cycle through some people.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe how many people are interested in doing this. That's what's shocking.
It's awesome.
And I have people that I've scheduled, but I also have people that are interested that just haven't picked a time slot yet or a day.
Nice.
So, Jordan and Amethyst said they do it with the Scales family, but
That's
we're
awesome.
just waiting for them with the wedding stuff to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Zach with Nav Reptiles, he was going to do it last week, but then he got that new job.
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting for him to schedule in. I'm waiting for Tom to schedule in. So, Billy said on the podcast he would do it.
We just gotta keep harassing him. He will do it. If people keep doing what they did on the last podcast, he will eventually do it.
I'm going to call people out. They said they tried to stop in. I actually had it arranged for a couple people to pop in and surprise you tonight.
Oh, okay.
To congratulate you on the new YouTube channel.
Oh.
But I think they got busy, and and they just didn't pop in.
Oh, that's all right.
So
Mark said Dave is on the schedule.
No. Actually, one of the people was like, can I have the link? And I'm like, I sent him the link so he could pop in and be like, congrats on the channel. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, is he going to give it to Dave?
That's awesome.
So you can know who one of them was. Billy said he was going to try. The real,
funny.
like, actual first conversation I'm having with him, and I'm like, hey, I'm doing a podcast with Chris tonight. Want to come on and congratulate him for the new channel? He's like, yep, what time? And I'm like, 9 your time. Yeah. He's like, he's got the electricians in tonight, so he's going to try.
Yeah, he's a busy guy right now. He's hard to nail down, so I don't blame him.
I know. I was just like, I'm kind of sad that my surprise didn't work out. I was trying.
That's all right. I was
really trying. I was messaging Mark, and I'm like, look what I got done. And he's like, cool. And I'm like, don't tell anybody. And then it didn't happen. So I tried. I'll show you the messages, but I did try.
I believe you. You don't have to show me.
All right,
guys.
Yeah, let's go. If anybody doesn't follow Chris, which I'd be shocked if they didn't,
I'm going to have all of his. Come across his video at some point that doesn't.
I've got all his description. I've got all his links in the description. You know, thank you for coming on, being the first for the mentor series. I had to start with you because, you know, since we started in the big ball python community, you've been pretty much in John and I's corner from the get-go.
That's all I tried to do.
I appreciate that big time. And if you guys have money, please go buy one of the snakes.
I'm actually thinking of doing your idea. For the Instagram sale. I think I got to figure out a way to do it and promote it for a while. I don't think it's something that I can promote on a Monday and do on a Friday. But
no,
I think if I give it like a week and a half, 2 weeks notice, like say do it on advertise it starting on a Monday and then not that Friday but the following Friday do it kind of thing, I think it might be good. Only because for most of the stuff that I would have, it wouldn't be for U.S. sales anyway. So it would have to sort of give it some time for people around here to kind of get their eyes on it and know what's going to happen, right? So we'll see. Yeah. I'll message you about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll help you out with that stuff. I'm good at ideas. I just don't follow through with them. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. You can come back whenever you want. Open invitation.
We will definitely do this again soon.
Yeah. Some night when Sierra doesn't need you for things, maybe.
No, she's just really high.
Tell her I apologize for stealing you.
Oh, no. She's fine.
All right. Before we go, guys, tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST, I do have Ron with BBM Reptiles on. And then I'm taking a 4 days off from podcasting because I've been hard at work the past 2 days and I need to nap.
Everybody needs to nap is important.
Why I'm scheduling these pretty much every day, I don't know why. But so yeah, let's end this. Thank you for coming on. I really, really appreciate it.
No
thanks
problem.
for everybody for hanging out. Please smash that like button. I sound like Billy now.
You do.
Dear God, I'm tired. All right. Thanks, guys.
See you later.